Before we can answer the question, is America an entitled nation, we have to first define the word entitlement. The belief that someone inherently deserves certain privileges or special treatment without necessarily earning them. Not rights under law, not protections under a constitution, but the mindset that says, I deserve this regardless of what I contributed. Now here's the real question. Has that mindset become embedded in the culture of the United States? Is America becoming an entitled nation? Or are we confusing entitlement with compassion? There's a growing sentiment in modern America that if someone didn't secure higher education, didn't develop a skill set, or didn't position themselves for higher wages, the government should close the gap. Now let's be clear. There are Americans who genuinely fall on hard times. Layoffs, medical emergency, systemic disadvantages. Safety nets exist for that reason. But the debate begins when temporary assistance becomes permanent expectation, when effort decreases but expectations increase. If someone chooses not to learn a trade, chooses not to build marketable skills, are they entitled to the same financial outcomes as those who did? That's not a rhetorical jab. That's an economic question. Markets reward value creation, not intentional, not desire, value. The uncomfortable truth, income is often tied to skill scarcity and demand. Now here's where debate explodes. Is expecting government supplementation without personal advancement an expression of compassion or entitlement? Compassion is helping someone climb. Entitlement is expecting to be carried. And the line between the two has blurred. Now let's move into the most emotionally charged piece of this conversation: illegal immigration. This topic ignites social media like gasoline. First, let's separate people from policy. Every human being has dignity. Every human being has struggle. That's not up for debate. But laws also exist. And a nation without enforced borders isn't a nation. It's an open territory. When someone enters the country illegally, by definition of the immigration law, they are violating it. The debate becomes this: should individuals who entered unlawfully be entitled to the same legal protection, benefits, and privileges as citizens and legal immigrants? Many argue yes, because of humanity. Others argue no, because of legality. Here's the tension. The same laws that protect citizens also define consequences. And deportation is not cruelty in legal terms. It is the prescribed legal recourse for unlawful entry. That doesn't mean it lacks emotional weight. It means it is consequence written into law. Now, critics say enforcement lacks compassion. Supporters say non-enforcement erodes sovereignty. So which is it? Is expecting full benefits while rejecting the legal consequences of unlawful entry an example of entitlement? Or is it a moral appeal to humanitarian flexibilities? That's where the country splits. Let's shift gears. Participation trophies. A small cultural detail with massive philosophical implications. For decades, children were taught there are winners, there are losers. Outcome follows performance. Then somewhere along the way, we softened it. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone is a winner. Now on the surface, it seems harmless. Encourage self-esteem, protect feelings. But here's the deeper question. What happens when you condition a generation to believe effort alone equals reward, regardless of outcome? Does this mindset follow them into adulthood, into workplace, into politics, into economics? Life does not reward participation. It rewards production. The market doesn't hand out trophies. It hands out paychecks based on value delivered. If you remove the concept of earned outcome early, do you cultivate resilience or entitlement? Here's the danger of oversimplifying this conversation. If you say America is entitled, you ignore millions grinding daily, working 2 jobs, building businesses. If you say America isn't entitled, you ignore the cultural shift towards expectation without proportional contribution. Both realities exist simultaneously. Some Americans feel systems owe them. Others feel the is collapsing under unsustainable expectation. And here's my honest take. A nation becomes entitled when contributions become optional, but reward remains expected. A nation remains strong when opportunity is available, but responsibility is embraced. Are we a rights-driven culture, or are we a responsibility-driven culture? So I'll leave you with this. Is America a entitled nation? Or are we just simply struggling to balance compassion with accountability? Is enforcing immigration law heartless? Or is ignoring it reckless? Is government support empowerment or dependency? Is giving every child a trophy kindness or conditioning? Debate it, disagree, challenge it, but don't ignore it. Because culture doesn't erode overnight. They drift. And the direction of that drift depends on what we reward. Tell me what you think. Is America entitled? Or is America evolving? Until next time, these are my thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.